Okay, so finally, we are here in a rare moment, though. We're just going to be doing today, folks, an entire epic musical saga in one video. This is probably going to be a bit longer. Will depend. It depends on how long I yap about No Longer You, because that one's kind of but it's all good. I also managed to get the animatics for the Thunder Saga squared away earlier before I started recording, so it's Gigi Suffering Animatic, Different Beast by I had to take off my glasses. Camilla. I don't know the pronunciation. I am sorry for butchering. Camelamezzi? Camelamezzi. I don't know. Then we have Scylla from Ximena Natzel, Mutiny by Riley G, and the one I mentioned, Thunderbringer by Neil Illustrator. So that will be the next few videos. But for now, though, we have Underworld Saga, so that's 3 videos today. So we have the waver in my voice. I don't know why I did that. So today we have the Underworld, and the animatic for the Underworld is by gonna presume it's Shishin47, just Q. No Longer You, also by Ximena Natzel. I said Ximena down there, I apologize. Ximena Natzel, and then Monster by Gigi. I picked Gigi's monster for a very particular reason. You will see when we get there, because it's the good shit. Anyway, as usual with these reactions to various things, obviously, go support the original, go watch it from the animators, go listen to the songs from Jorge when he posts them, go to various shorts, check out his shorts, all that other stuff, yada yada yada. Normal YouTube stuff. Also, just here at the end of the Underworld Saga, I have to say, thanks a lot, actually. These have been some of my best videos. Unironically, the Horse and the Infant and the Just a Man video has just become my most viewed video on this channel, and it's hilarious because I think before that, my most viewed video was one of my reactions to a Bricky video. Oh god. But also, it means, hey, I'm trying closer. We're almost at 900 subs as of when I'm recording this video. So that's something I didn't think I'd get to be honest. I was just used to being my tiny self just in my corner. My cat has decided she's going to join me and sit at my window. Hello. But anyway, that's the preamble, yet again. Thanks for everyone who watches and comments. Y'all are great. This is amazing. This is fun. This is just really great having people either help me remember a bit more about the lore, about both just Greek mythology in general, or also just the discussions that happen from comments. It's all fun. It's great. And before we start, though, I do kind of want to preface it, now that we're done with the preamble. I do want to preface this because this does involve the Underworld. And mythology is always funny. I'm always interested in how different mythologies handle the concept of, like, an underworld or the afterlife or where the dead go. And the Greeks are really funny about it because the heroes in their stories have a bit of a habit of just kind of going there. Like, they don't even die. They just kind of go there to do something. Like, I mean, most people who are familiar with, like, Heracles and his 12 labors, and yes, by the way, correction, Heracles is the proper Greek name, Hercules was the Roman name. Disney gaslit all of us about that one, and I will never forgive them for it. But, like, in one of his 12 labors, he goes to the underworld and basically has to, like, retrieve Cerberus for a while. Or I think the Greek pronunciation is like Kerberos or Keberos, right, or something, whatever. I don't know Greek pronunciations. I'm not Greek. But so it's a pretty common theme in Greek mythology to have someone just kind of go to the underworld without being dead. Honestly, Hades is pretty chill, so it says a lot that he's pretty chill with people just kind of coming and going, as long as they don't cause a mess. But yeah, no, it always paints an interesting story. Anyway, preamble done. I always somehow managed to find a way to go on for like 4 minutes before we start. So let's get started with the first one, the Underworld. And again, this animatic is Shishin47. I haven't seen like any trace of this animatic. It has a red bar because I kind of previewed it just to kind of get an idea of what it looked like. So let us go. And they very handily made chapters with references to what bits come from what. Thank you. That's actually very nice. Thank you for the chapters. I need to go back over my videos and add those too. Oh boy, that's complicated. Also, by the way, I'm recording this while I'm dealing with a massive toothache, and I really should have taken some medicine before I started, but whatever. We're here now. It will keep me alert.
Friends, Cersei's instructions were clear.
I love the way we start again with like the ship creaking. So this is fun.
No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the prophet, my comrade.
Hey, you know what? Let me turn on closed captions. Let's see what the auto-generated closed captions do.
This line confuses your mind, so no matter who we find, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. Good.
Okay, real quick before we start, this is actually kind of a cool transition. Hey, the art style is nice. This is definitely the most anime of the art styles that we've seen so far, and I don't mind it at all. I'm kind of a shameless weeb. I mean, I'm a VTuber, so, you know. But to kind of continue on from the Underworld part of the big thing with the Greek Underworld is, of course, the River Styx, which is the River of the Dead. So, people who don't get proper burial, people mention this a lot in the comments in like the Polyphemus and Survive video, where if you don't get a proper burial, you can't pass the River Styx to the Underworld, so you just kind of get stuck in the River of the Dead. There's a purgatory. You're just in a river of souls for all eternity. And keep in mind that Odysseus has recently had 500 and some change people die on him and not been able to give them a proper burial. Oh no. Okay, so I wonder what's going on here though with this transition. I think like Persephone or some other goddess. Huh. I wonder what that transition is. I wonder if that was that like, maybe that was supposed to represent that was definitely supposed to represent a goddess, but I definitely can't tell who. Definitely interesting choice for the transition though. That is an interesting choice for the transition from the animator. Well, let's dial that back a few frames. I'm just going frame by frame. I'm sorry. Because I'm curious. I'll let it play. I'll let it cook eventually, but I just kind of want to try and identify that notice. See, okay. Let's dial this forward. I should have just gone ahead a few seconds. So let's just... So I wonder... Maybe it's Persephone. Because I definitely... It's obvious just for artistic interpretation for the transition here. But it does wonder. Is that like... I wonder what the deal is here. I'm not sure. Someone in the comments might say it. I don't really know. I might, let me actually, I'll check the description when we're done with the song. Oh wait, no, that had to be Circe then. Oh wait, no, I think I get it now. Okay, that was Circe, who was then, okay, I think I get what's going on now. That was Circe, and she was activated a spell to get them into the Underworld, so hence why they... That's a Pirates reference. Hold on. Was that a Pirates of the Caribbean? Okay, I'm not sure if that was supposed to be like a reference to Pirates of the Caribbean, where in order to leave Davy Jones's locker, they had to invert the ship. But if that is a reference, good reference. But that might actually be accurate to the myths. I totally forget if like it's entirely possible to get to the Underworld like that. I totally forget because there's like 10 different ways people get to the Underworld in Greek mythology, and I don't remember all of them. Because sometimes they just go there and there's like, oh yeah, they went to the Underworld. How? They just did. It's like, okay.
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream.
Ooh.
Only nightmares of those who died.
Oh, this is a neat way to visualize the souls. I know in like when they did a live stream preview that I've seen, one animator visualized it as like the souls are in the river above them and they're grasping down, and it looked really cool. I wish I could find that one.
Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. And here in the underworld, the past seems close behind. This land confuses your mind.
Oh. Oh, that's such a cool way to represent that with the chorus coming in, having the souls of this dead soldiers rise from the river Styx like that. Oh, that's good.
Who died under your command, Captain live when ruthlessness is mercy.
Oh, wait, was that? Hold up, was that? Oh, that's Poseidon. Oh, shit, that's a cool way to represent that. Holy shit, that's awesome.
All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who die. Nothing's what it seems. Nothing's what it seems. But in the under.
Oh no. Okay, congrats to you. Oh my god, this is actually this is such a cool way to represent the main chorus here. First having like the souls of the dead soldiers coalesce into Poseidon, and now like as we go through the bar of this here, like musically speaking, again, I just need the vote. Like it's so cool. I love that. Like I think the way people interpret this is it's like Odysseus is saying this, like all I hear are screams. It's like trying to focus his mind, trying to shut it out, trying to not let him get dragged into the pool of the underworld and what it will do to your head. So all I hear are screams. Ooh, but flashing back to when he dropped the infant from the wall. Oh no!
The world of past seems close behind. I keep thinking of the infant from that night. I keep thinking of the infant from that night.
Yeah, the underworld likes to do that to you, and oh god, I stopped it perfectly, but this part traumatizes me so much. But oh, that's such a good representation of when he's like blatantly freaking out. Like I'm flashing back. I'm thinking of that night. Oh, because that's like the night where this all started to go wrong. I mean, on top of a few other things, let's be honest. Like I recently went back over like the Trojan War in general, and the Greeks did a lot to piss the gods off. Let's be totally honest here. It wasn't just Odysseus, but you know.
This life is amazing.
Oh, Polites! This is a neat look to him. Definitely not like some of the other artist interpretations where they tend to like make them look more like the actors, which is definitely invalid. But oh no, giving him that kind of the softer features with the freckles. Oh no! The Sunshine Boy! No! Okay, that's not that's nice though. I do like that kind of thing. Like, oh hey, Polites' spirit is going by. Though I do think I remember someone pointing out, or at least I think Jorge himself pointed it out, that for the underworld, the spirits aren't actually aware of Odysseus and the crew. Like the chorus, where it's like where they're repeating the cadence of 558 men, 600 men, 558 men. I think that was just meant to be a more representation of like what the souls are wailing, but they're not aware of Odysseus. It's like their final thoughts. So Polites died just thinking of greet the world with open arms, and I'm traumatized. But from what we know from what Jorge says about the play, his spirit wouldn't have been aware of Odysseus. But this is a nice little cute interpretation. It's totally fine. The animators are totally free to interpret what they can from the songs, because maybe not everyone is like some of us where we like watch all of Jorge's short videos and his little tidbits of his thought process and all that stuff. So it's perfectly fine. Also, I don't dislike it. I like showing him the headband to show that, hey, there's a Tracy still around here. Now for another part that also traumatized me. Oh, just a little way his voice goes down, though. Just that, oh. Dog, why you keep scratching yourself, buddy? Hey, he's just getting an itch out. I probably should get... Nah, it's fine. This jingling in the background is fine.
That voice. It can't be. Mom?
Just the way... Oh. Okay. So, I'll talk about it when the segment's done, but I'll talk about Odysseus' mom, Anticlea, when the segment's done. But fun little tidbit, this is Jorge's mother singing for Anticlea, so that's just fun. It also adds to the emotion so much more. Oh, this man, when I get him. Jorge, when I get you, for traumatizing all of us like this. Okay, see that line right there is kind of like the more direct reference to like the fact that spirits aren't fully aware of them. But boy, we'll get there. Hold on, I'll get to why this hurts so fucking much.
I'm waiting. I took too long. I'll always love you and ventured too far. While you were waiting, Bye, Mom.
Oh, that segment. Oh, that segment hits hard. Oh boy, oh. And what makes it worse is when you know the context of the myth with Anticlea is that she spent all those years of the Trojan War and longer just waiting for Odysseus to come back. And eventually, trigger warning, she walked into the sea and drowned herself. That it makes this segment hurt so hard, especially when you know it in the context of the play itself that she's not aware that her son's right there. Oh, Jorge, when I fucking get you. Oh, that okay. Let's finish this up. Time to go hard. Time to just belt. Oh. Dude, using the shaky, going for like a shaky can to represent how like after that he's just like, okay, shutting all of that out now.
Your past is always close behind. Down in the underworld.
And we get that. Oh, these are nice little bits of art. So you have Underworld here. You have the Prophet, Odysseus there, Polites. He has a little red ribbon. Oh, that's actually nice. Those are cute interpretations, definitely. Definitely not. Oh, Shichin. Yeah, Shichin 47. Yeah. So this is a good animatic. Definitely a different in the interpretations from like, especially what the song itself says. Like again, with the spirits being aware of them, but it's not bad. The art style is actually really nice. I like it. But God, that's such an emotionally intense song. Oh God. Especially the segment with Anticlea, like Jesus. Oh, it hurt. Oh boy. Anyway, next segment. This one's gonna be fun. No longer you. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So this is gonna be by. Okay. So now we're back to the green color scheme. I like this. So Ximena Natzel's Underworld. This is such a good song, like just on its own, even like again, obviously it being like a musical play, obviously there's a lot of story to it, but God, I've heard a few covers of the song too. There, some people are just like some of the covers are so good, but oh, the song it's good. This one's a bit of shorter and simple side, so we won't be here too long. I don't remember the full like mythological context around the prophet though, so it's a bit different. But like Greek prophets and oracles are always a bit funky because like Apollo, who in modern times has a bit of a tendency to curse random people with the gift of prophecy for 5 seconds. I would know. I became subject to it with Destiny 2 lately, a couple months ago. But so like the oracles and the prophets are always kind of interesting within the context of Greek mythology. Like I don't know what word they use specifically, but I'm pretty sure oracle and prophet in this context are totally interchangeable with each other. But so it's like they get things like they can see the future, basically. Like it's often why like you'll see an oracle portrayed as blind, like they no longer need to see the present because they witness the future instead. So it's always interesting. And this song, though, I love the portrayals and the bars. It's so good. It's all foreshadowing. This song is basically entirely foreshadowing for the sagas that come after, and it's fantastic. See, like same interpretation though, like not like covered eyes as if he can't see because what does he see? The future.
With the answers you seek. Time
Oh wait, no. CC, turn it on. Yep.
I've unlocked it. I I see past and future running free. There is a world where
I help you get home, but that's not a world I know. God, I love the bars. I love the bars. I love like the almost operatic tone this song takes. Like, it's entirely from the prophet in this case. Like, Odysseus's interjections are just spoken. He doesn't really seen anything much, at least a couple of times. But most of his interjections are this. Also, continuation of the What Saga. We've gone from the funniest what to, oh no, this man is not happy. I see the son of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and the brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you. Okay, I'm sorry. I've listened to the song so much, I have it like half memorized. But let's dial back. I want to go over the interpretations here. I want to go over what we see here. So we have Son of Past Romance, so obviously Odysseus and Penelope. Polytes' death, so, oh, that hurts.
Sacrifice of man, I see portrayals of betrayal and
and this is the foreshadowing to, why am I blanking? I'm so bad with names. To... I'm just gonna, to Eurylochus's mutiny. I don't know why I blanked out his name for a solid second there. I'll have to cut that down. But... nah, I won't cut it. You just have a few seconds of me being like, But yeah, so this is a foreshadowing to his mutiny, which is, as we know, a son. So, now, the context here, I'm definitely interested in how they portray the context, because in the context of the mythology, Eurylochus's mutiny was just one on top of several stupid as hell moves that he did. So, you know, boy. But this one's definitely going to hit way harder, going to be way worse.
Father's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it.
Okay, and I like this little future portrayal because in the myth, when Odysseus finally does make it back to Ithaca, he disguises himself as like a haggard beggar to kind of blend in and hide himself. So I like this portrayal of like a more ragged Odysseus who's cloaked and hiding his face. Like, yeah, he doesn't make it back. He's not the same person. But, you know, this Odysseus currently doesn't know that. Also, the way... Oh, I love the portrayal of the eyes, because this is like... This is half... Oh, the portrayal of the look in that future Odysseus' eyes. Oh, that's so good. Ximena, oh, that's so good.
But it's no longer. This can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hell.
Oh, wait. Oh, those short... Hold up. I gotta get those frames. Hold up.
This can't be. We've suffered.
Oh my god, that's so good. Okay, so we got... Oh my god. Oh, wow. Oh, that's actually a fun way to show, like, Poseidon, like, his form almost made of water instead. Oh, that's fun. Oh, but that's so cool that those are, like, only a couple of frames, too. Yeah, there's only a few frames. Like, enough... Like, those are only a few frames each, but, oh, that's so good.
The toughest of hells, now you tell us our efforts for nothing.
See, this is the funny thing from what we know with, like, Greek prophecies, is that they're very strange in nature, right? And that they're kind of, like, always going to happen. But the way they happen is kind of up to interpretation, because people in Greek mythology have a real bad habit of falling for the self-fulfilling prophecy trope. It's kind of where the idea came from, that, you know, like, the harder you try to fight against your fate, the more certain that fate becomes, as destiny itself starts to contort itself to make it happen, even in increasingly improbable ways. But, oh god, this is so good. But just the way Odysseus starts getting so pissed here.
I see your palace covered in red. of bodies.
Oh, but okay. Oh, I stopped it before, but listen to this. I love that so much. Oh man, I've seen some other people react to this song, and like the Who catches them off guard because it's so sudden. Just just in that one word, props to Jorge for managing to put in just that amount of anger and rage to a simple "Who." Oh, it's so good. And the answer, Odysseus, is you.
I see a song of past romance. I see the
Did we? That's full on organ. Oh god, it's so good. Oh, the music here is so good. Just going full on organ with it. Also, I said this is probably not going to take too long. And no, I had plenty to yap about.
sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand.
I see you on the brink of death. I see you draw your final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive. And it's no longer you. Oh, wait. Oh, having that moment at the end there where as he finally gets from that suspense and the bandage slips away, the show is pure white eye. The whole oh, that's so good. Oh, changing the colors to harsh reds and blacks too. Ximena, that's so good to fit the tone of this. Oh. Oh, that's so good. Oh, now granted, I don't think he would have fallen into the River Styx because falling into the River Styx has a bit of a funky thing happen where you tend to be affected by that. But it's a good way to show it off though. But like, oh man, dude, that the way that gets so much more intense. So, and again, as you can tell, I quite like the lyrics of the song. I sang them, but oh god, that one's nice. It's the Prophet, like again. Oh jeez, I was gonna say props to the singers. Jorge has found so many talented people. Oh, but now, oh, that's so good. Also, just the transition as it gets more intense with that final part with the downright organ. Oh, so good. Now we get to another fun one. We get to Monster. I love ending it off with just like a little Odysseus just all drenched in eh. That's so funny.
I am the prophet with the
Okay. Okay. Ooh, it's time. This is so good. Okay. I'm not really big on watching plays, right? Like I don't go to plays, I don't watch that stuff. I'm not really a big fan of them. Now, my theater teacher was, because I was in theater tech, so she was absolutely into that big stuff. There's a reason I had Hamilton on brain for a few years, because when that play was coming out, she would just play the songs all the freaking time. But keep in mind, this is the end of Act 1. And from what I've been told by most people, most stage play musicals like to end the first act on like a high note, on something to send you off to intermission in a good mood. This is not that. This song is not that, and I'll talk about it. But it's time. It's time for my I think this absolutely became my favorite song. Definitely out of Act 1. Just instantly, because it's so good. It calls back to every major part of Act 1. It's all about Odysseus and how far he's come and where he's going from here. It's so good. And Gigi elevates it so amazingly. There's one particular part, there's a couple of parts I'll point out when I catch it, but there's one particular part that is so good. It is the best, and it gets me hype every time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's not even hesitate. Let's just go.
How has everything been turned against us? How did suffering become so endless? How am I to reunite with my estranged? Do I need to change?
I love this. Oh, I love the, oh, just this opening part. It's like, okay, so we have it after the meeting with the prophet. So Odysseus is like just on the shoreline of the underworld, just pondering this stuff now. Like, God, what's the problem here? Is it me? I mean, you know, the kind of thought process is like you analyze your problems so much and eventually you try to find what the common factor is. And sometimes that common factor is indeed you. So this song is basically Odysseus having that moment. Oh, but it's so good.
I'm surrounded by the souls of those I've lost. I'm the only one whose line I haven't crossed. What if the greatest threat we'll find across the sea is me? What if I'm the monster?
What if I'm in the wrong? What if I'm the problem and hiding all along?
What if
If I'm the one you killed every time I cave the guilt? What if I'm the Bartek kind of foes, but a monster to ourselves? What if I'm the monster? Remember how I mentioned way back in Just a Man how Gigi brings back the like Shadow Odysseus, this representation of the soldier? Oh, it's coming back already. Also, I love that this is just Odysseus being kind of melodramatic and just flopping around in puddles. Oh, but okay, first bridge, let's go. Oh, it's all so good.
Is the Cyclops struck with guilt when he kills? Is he up in the middle of the night? Or does he end my men to avenge his friend and then sleep knowing he has done right?
Oh, just look at, oh, look at the little smile. Okay, so, oh jeez, I got a phone call in the middle of that. Freaking, my dad was just asking if I could watch the house for the weekend. But anyway, what was I saying? I was saying I liked the little thing here with I like the thing here, just like that little smile. That's actually kind of cute. But also just like his eyes struck out, but also just the sheep he's caring for. When you know the story about why he has those sheep, it's kind of like, oh no. Anyway, let's carry on. Oh, that was a unintended interruption. My dad doesn't really know I do this stuff, so I don't blame him.
When the witch turns men to pigs to protect her nymphs, is she going insane? Or did she learn to be colder when she got older and now she saves them the pain?
Oh, that's so good. Again, Gigi is so good with these animatics, just like that portrayal from that kind of shadowy form of it, but then we get to that where it's like, yeah, when you know Cersei's full story, she's been through a lot. Like this woman has been through a lot.
When a god comes down and makes the fleet drown, is he scared that he's doing something wrong? Or does he keep us in check so we must respect him and now no one dares to piss him off?
Well, Odysseus, he is a Greek, he is a god, and the gods have their own system for how they think this stuff, and you know, I definitely don't think he was scared he was doing something wrong. I think he was very self-assured that it was fine what he was doing. Oh, but this is the next part, though, because we've basically gone through all the quote-unquote antagonists of each saga so far, and oh boy, here we go.
Does a soldier use a wooden horse to kill sleeping Trojans cause he is vile? Or does he throw away his remorse and save more lives with guile?
Oh, I love that. It's like, here we have all the villains. We have the Cyclops, we have Cersei, we have Poseidon, and then we have me. Like, oh my god. Okay, let's dial that back a couple seconds. Just like, yeah, the representation of Odysseus' dark side, a literal shadow soldier. Oh.
Or does he throw
Then we have this show, like, oh hey, he has some people with injuries and wounds and stuff. It's all nice.
His remorse and save more lives with guile? If I became the monster, I threw that guilt away.
Oh, here it comes.
Make us stronger, would it keep
God, I love this. I love this, just the pondering of it, and then the quote-unquote monster comes back here. Oh, it's so good.
our foes at bay? If I became the monster to everyone but us, and made
Sure, we got home again. Care if we're unjust. I became the monster. Ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves. And deep down I know this well. I lost my best friend, I lost my mentor, my mom, 500 men gone. This can't go on, I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So I had to. Oh, I got caught up seeing it a lot again. This is so good. But I love. Okay, First off, this part. I like how the ruthlessness is mercy upon ourselves is delivered not by Odysseus but by the shadow. And then I love this transition though. It's so good. I love the way that like it starts to pick up.
And deep down I know this well. I lost my best.
Hey, apologies.
I lost my men.
The vague nod of
My
Athena.
mom, 500
Oh, Anticlea, so sad.
men gone. This can't go on. I must get to see Penelope and Telemachus. So if we must sail through dangerous oceans and beaches, I'll go where Poseidon won't reach us. And if I gotta drop another infant from a wall, in this case, so we all don't die, then I'll become the monster.
Oh, that part. That is the part. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, that's so good. I love this. Gigi. Oh, I love that. Just clapping his hand to it and dragging it into himself as he finally resolves. Oh, it's so good. That's such a good representation of the tone change. I love the way it was picking up too from that entire part. Which is that climb. Like most of the play until now, Odysseus has kind of been that further back, that tenor, a bit lighter, a little bit slower. But here we have it. He's picking up. If I got to drop another, like almost into a rap pace almost. Let me get this, where it's finally just belting it out as he resolves. Fine, I'll be the monster. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's just stop back so we can hear the whole thing.
We all don't die, then I'll become the monster. I will deal the blow, and I'll become the monster like none they've ever known. So what if I'm the monster lurking deep below? I must become the monster, and then we'll make it whole.
That entire segment, I love like the impact frames where it goes from red as we see the soldier in the back and all that stuff. How you have like with Odysseus with let's dial this back a few frames. Just like how it's like the stark white with the outlines, but then with him drawing the monster in, it's like the half dark face being shown, and then like the other shadows like creeping on his arm. It's so good. And I like how he's kind of breaking the rules here too. Keep in mind that only the gods are supposed to be able to summon a chorus out of nowhere. So I think it's kind of implied because Circe does it too. So I think it's like beings that are considered either above human, like anything above human, like mostly the gods, but anything above human like Circe. And I guess in this case, the monster can go a little bit beyond it. You get to break the rules a little bit, like just with this whole thing of just summoning the chorus effectively. Again, keeping in mind Odysseus does have godly blood in him, so it could technically work. But oh, this, and then this transition, though. Oh, this. Oh, this moment, though! Pulling Polites' headband off of him. Oh, no. Oh, that's such a representation of where this goes. Just pulling off the headband like, that's gone now. Oh, the representation that he was still sticking to Polites' advice of greeting the world with open arms is just gone now. Oh, but that's just this entire segment. I love how Gigi frames it. It's such a good, like, just climax of the song that just going to belting it out, just that resolution. But it's so dark too. Like, oh no. Oh, and I like how it's like all the reflections have now become the shadow, the soldier who dropped the infant from the wall. And like you can see him kind of resolve himself too. Like he goes from confused and then he just like steals it away as he repeats Poseidon's line. Oh god. Like just going into that dark resolve. I'll become the monster. Just Imagine being in a theater. What that would be like. You're in a theater. You've gone through this first act, these first 20 songs, and then the first act climax is not on a high note, but the main character belting out, "I'll become the monster. I'll deal the blow. I will be the villain." Imagine you hit that. It ends on that soft, "I'll become the monster," and then dark. Curtain falls, act ends, intermission begins. How dead quiet would that theater be? God, it's one of those things that you think about it so hard, it's so good, but it's like, you try to imagine the tone this would set, just like all in sequence, like, all in sequence. You had the play, you had the actors, you have the stage, you have everything that would be presented, and then this is how Act 1 ends, not on a high note, but on this, on dark, gritty resolution that I don't care anymore. I will do what I have to achieve my goal and return home. It's so good. Oh boy, and then we have the next 5 songs of the Thunder Saga, and one of those songs is Mutiny. Oh, we aren't getting to happy times yet, pals. We aren't getting to them yet, and it's gonna be a while before we do. Oh man. Well, this has definitely been a bit of a longer one, so hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you in the comments.